Hello. I guess I'll give everyone a few minutes to log in. Hope everyone is holding up despite some craziness happening in the world. I see a lot of people logging on. Hello and welcome, and thank you all for joining us today for today's Inspiration Wednesday webinar, especially during the apocalypse. So thank you for joining us. As you know, during this craziness, it's a critical time to be working in e-learning. So thank you for being here today. And just to reiterate, you all are doing some very important work. My name is Christy Callahan, and I am the Director of Marketing at Trovantis. I think a lot of you guys know me, but in case you don't, it doesn't hurt to introduce myself again. Today's topic is 10 tips to become a Lectora champion, featuring our fantastic speaker today, Laura Silver, who is the perfect person to cover this topic. Not only is she the Chief Operating Officer of Trovantis, but she is also Head of Product Management and has the awesome nickname of Laura Lectora. But first, before I turn it over to our fantastic speaker, I wanted to learn a little bit more about you. Review a few quick housekeeping notes first. Okay, so since we're dealing with craziness right now, I figure, I wanted to know, I'm just going to launch a quick poll here. How prepared are you for remote learning? Because some people are not right now, and that's okay. Can everyone see this? Okay, let's make sure. Okay, good. Everyone's seeing the poll on the screen. I'll give you guys a second to fill this out. Okay. All right, is anyone voting? Yay, we got someone voting. Perfect. Okay, I'll give you guys a few minutes. Oh, it says I can't vote.
Yeah, I don't see the poll.
Okay, so let me try launching the poll again. Let's try this again. All right, so it might just be a little bug here. So let's try the ending the poll and relaunch poll number 1. Relaunching the poll will clear existing poll results. That's okay. All right.
There it is.
There it is. Yay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened, but thanks guys for letting me know. Okay, there it is. Yay. Okay. And hello everyone. Hi Chris and everyone giving us a shout out. Yep, it's crazy. Some of you know I'm from Laura. It's up in NYC area. I'm in South Florida. So yeah, it's crazy. Everything's closed, but there it is for the poll. But hey, it looks like everyone's very prepared for the most part, somewhat prepared. And no one is answering what is remote learning. So that's good. Everyone came to the right webinar. Okay, just so you guys know, throughout the presentation, please feel free to ping us with questions, but just to be aware, we'll probably cover most of them later in the session. And rest assured, I'll be sending a link to this video tomorrow so you can refer back to it and share it with your colleagues. Okay, so that being said, let me just end this poll here and I'll share the results very quickly in case you are curious. We have a pretty prepared audience out there, which is great. And I will turn it over to Laura Lectora. So Laura, I'll just stop with my screen share and let you jump in. Okay. And okay.
We got a great question already. Do you have some toilet paper I can borrow? Unfortunately, it is 1 per customer. So that's the way our CVS is managing it.
You know what? But if you write a blog for us, I will find a way.
There you go.
A roll of toilet paper. And if you enter a Brandon Hall application word, I'll get you too. So there you have it.
All right. Well, can everyone hear me okay? I want to make sure my audio's
all right. Let's see.
All right. Great.
Yep, everyone's
let me
saying,
go
yep,
ahead and
wonderful.
share my screen.
Awesome.
All right. And I'm now sharing my screen. So hopefully, Christy, can you see that okay?
Oh, yeah, fabulous.
All right, great.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks everyone for joining us today. Certainly the topic of remote learning, I'm sure, is is really become a buzzword, more than just a buzzword now. Now that everybody is really working at home and working remotely and needing to learn remotely from K through 12 and higher education, and certainly within the corporate world as well. So hopefully all of you and the value you bring to your organizations and institutions is becoming readily apparent. And I would imagine that the work that you're going to be asked to do is going to scale up pretty dramatically in the future. So as I was thinking about this topic, 10 tips to become a Lectora champion, I thought to myself, what does this really mean for all of you, and how can I provide you with some value and some takeaways for today? And really what we're talking about here is not just 10 tips, but how can I help you do more in less time and create more effective training? And ultimately, what does that mean? How can I help you get up and running in about 30 minutes or less with new content, new topics? If there's additional courses, lessons that you're being asked to create, what are some tools that are available in Lectora and Lectora Online that either you know about or haven't really thought about using for a while, or are new to you because we've recently released some tools that, again, will just help you get up and running in 30 minutes or less. And then I thought, what's better than 10? Well, how about 5? I'm going to start you off with actually 5 things you can do to get up and running in Lectora in 30 minutes or less. First, we're going to start with a template. There are a number of templates and tools and resources available in Lectora, in the product, as well as our community and our partners, that I want to make sure everybody is well aware of. The second piece is importing a PowerPoint lesson. Many of you may have instructor-led training that now you're being asked to move into online lessons. This is an easy and fast and effective way of getting that content into an online format and then being able to customize it and create interactive training from it. So whether you are a new user or an advanced user, these are all things that we can remember that we have available for us. Adding a screen recording. So there's now kind of this need, I think, more than ever to feel a bit of a personal connection to your colleagues, to your students. Having the ability to record your audio, yourself speaking, record your screen, and even record a webcam is an important part of easily taking training that would typically be delivered in person and moving that to an online format. Certainly providing an assessment. At the end of the day, we need to understand if our learners captured that information and have the ability to retain the information, and Lectora has all the tools you need to quickly and easily add an assessment. And then finally, publishing it out. So you need to get this content somewhere that it can be hosted and shared with the individuals who need to access it, whether that's HTML if it's just a presentation, or if you need to track that information and report on it, then certainly SCORM. So if you can follow these 5 steps, I feel like you should be well prepared to meet the growing demands of your organizations to provide online training. And then if you're a nitpicker, like I am, and you were expecting 10 things, I promise to give you 5 additional tips at the end of this for things that you may not be aware of and ways you can further take advantage of our product. So you'll get that 10 at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's talk about starting with a template. So I'm going to provide my demonstration today in Lectora Online, but everything that I'm going to show you in Lectora Online is also available in Lectora Desktop. So keep in mind that Trivantis is really one of the only organizations that has both a desktop authoring tool as well as an online authoring tool. And I'll show it to you in Lectora Online today, but if you have Inspire or Publisher, same features are also available to you. So let me go ahead and pull up Lectora Online. And I'm logged in here. The first thing that you'll notice is that when you first log into Lectora Online or you open the Getting Started screen in Lectora Desktop, you're going to be shown and displayed 5 featured templates. So these are completely built out templates that provide information about how to use the content in there, show you, lessons and descriptions of what types of features and functionality are in the template. So if we open up something like this basic non-linear template, so otherwise known as a branching template, if you wanted to create some branching in your title, go ahead and open one of these templates and it will show you instructions about what's being used. and an actual example. And then what's really nice is you can take it apart. You can see how it was built. You can take what you like, delete the rest. You can copy and paste it into another course or save it off as a library object. If you're not familiar with library objects, let's say I really liked the look of this success and fail messages for my test, and I wanted to be able to reuse them from course to course so I didn't have to create them from scratch each time. I can select anything from an object to a page, chapter, or even the whole course. Right-click and select Save as Library Object. That gets saved to my library objects. If you're in Lectora Online, those all get shared with other members of your organization. So again, everybody can work together to create content that doesn't have to be built from scratch. And we can call this my test results pages.
Yeah, I like
I can
that
also
too.
download them and share them with anyone else outside my organization as well. So library objects are a great way to get up and running really quickly, and these templates as well. But there are more templates available. So again, once you've maybe created the overall look and feel of your course, or even the structure of your course, perhaps you know that for your micro learning lessons, you always want a certain page, chapter, assessment, end result, and then you want it to look a certain way and even want to take advantage of page layouts, save that off as a custom template. So once you've got that built out, you can choose your save options and save title as template. When you go back to your dashboard, or when you go to your custom templates in Lectora desktop and click share templates, you'll see these are all available to you. So here I am. So I don't have to start from scratch again. Once I open that up, it's going to pick up exactly what I saved, and all I have to do is enter in my specific copy, my specific images, and if you've saved all of your assets to a central media library, then that's even another great time saver. The other piece that I want to show you is within the tool. So once you actually have a course open on the tools library, you'll see this eLearning Brothers button. We have integrated within Lectora Inspire as well as Lectora Online full access to all of the hundreds of templates available from the eLearning Brothers. There are templates, cutout people, and an entire stock asset library. So I'm not talking just a couple of hundred of stock photos or even a couple of thousand. There are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of stock assets. So if you need a photo or an illustration to put into your course, there's no need to go out searching for it or purchasing it from another library. If you need a cutout person, if you need a template, let me show you just a couple of examples. I'm going to pull this up because you can also access this directly from their website and download it and use it anywhere. So you can see here that there are course starters that contain all sorts of interactions, page layouts, and I'll show you a few of those. So let's say you need a knowledge check or a timeline, scrolling text, a drag and drop interaction. There's simply no need in Lectora to ever start from a blank screen. There's no need to have to build anything out from scratch yourself. Between the templates that are available, the course starters, the interactions, there's always something here that you can pull right into your course and modify as you need. They are all customizable. They're all built in Lectora and Lectora Online. So let me show you this one right here. This is the jet black template. And these are just the chapters with the types of interactions that are available. So let's say I wanted a click to reveal. All of that is right here and built for me, right? I don't have to think about it myself. So if I go into run mode, you'll see how this looks. Beautiful transitions, beautiful icons. All I really have to do is change out the text. And if I wanted to grab new icons, I'd be able to grab those as well. If I wanted to change the colors, they're all custom built in Lectora with shapes as well. So those are extremely customizable. And the eLearning Brothers are working on updating all of their courses with a big goal of ensuring that they're all Section 508 compliant. And we work closely with them as well to ensure that the accessibility features are included in their templates. So that's
Nice.
a shared goal between our organizations for sure.
Awesome.
So I just want to kind of show you a couple of more of what's available here. I like even just the layouts because I know I'm not a designer by any means, and having to align everything and think about spacing, white space, alignment, really good design standards, that's not my forte. So I love being able to pull all of these pages, know that they're already built to look beautiful and to provide more effective training at the end of the day. And I can just pull them in and change the content as I need. So templates, take advantage of the templates. Check the tools ribbon for the eLearning Brothers, save your own custom templates and pull them all together to work together. Pick and choose what you like and make sure to reuse it. It's all about reusing what you already have. So number one, all about templates. The second is importing a PowerPoint lesson. So first of all, it might be easier if you're new to Lectora to just go ahead and start in PowerPoint. That's perfectly okay. Or maybe you want to outsource this piece of your project to a team member or another stakeholder or subject matter expert. If they don't have a Lectora or Lectora Online license, I'm sure they have PowerPoint. You may have previously created lessons that you want to pull in and turn into online training. Or right now, there are so many resources and organizations that are providing lessons for free right now. Every time I check my email or go online, I see a wonderful organization who understands the difficult and an easy time that we're in, and they're providing for lessons absolutely free. So if there's a course that you're being asked to create, perhaps there's a PowerPoint version of that that you can go ahead and convert. I'm seeing a chat that there's been an issue working in desktop. Please email that to support and we'll be happy to take a look. It might be an issue of the PowerPoint being password protected or the version of PowerPoint you're having, but either way, the support team is well equipped to help debug, troubleshoot, and resolve those issues. One of the things that we recently added in Lectora Online is the ability to import a PowerPoint lesson directly into your course. So both with Lectora Desktop and with Lectora Online, directly from your dashboard, you'll always find the option to import a PowerPoint file, and that will create an entirely new course for you. So as you can see from that screenshot I was showing earlier, Lectora will really take that PowerPoint, so I have a time management PowerPoint here, and let's see, it's made up of some text and a shape and an image. We have master slides in here with the different elements for different types of page layout. So you can see that this is one sort of commonly used page layout in the presentation as well as this one. Now I can take that and bring that also directly into an existing course. So I can come in to my course and I'm going to pull this up for you. Although I have it right here. And from the tools ribbon, I'm also now going to see that PowerPoint slides. This was available already in Lectora Desktop. And now it's also available in Lectora Online. So I don't have to create an entirely new course and then copy and paste just the specific slides I want. I can go ahead and choose my PowerPoint and it's going to bring it right into my existing course. So I think this is a nice time saver. And this goes hand in hand with a new feature we also recently introduced in Lectora Online, and that's the ability to embed those files into a web window and then navigate between them. So if you want to synchronize an audio narration or a video presentation with your PowerPoint files, let me come in and show you what that might look like. Let me pull up the template that I was using. Let's find it. Okay. So what I have the ability to do, let me pull this up, is I've taken some of those pages that you saw from that template from the eLearning Brothers already, and I pulled them into the course. And then I went ahead and imported that PowerPoint. So if we look at some of these pages, you'll see that I've got still my text block, my images, my shapes. Those are all there, brought in directly. I made the page size just a little bit smaller. And then what I went ahead and did is I took that PowerPoint presentation and I added a web window. For the web window, instead of selecting a web page from another source, which is certainly something you can do, a web address, I selected page and title, and I just chose that PowerPoint chapter from what I already imported. What's nice is we have a new action to help support the synchronization, side-by-side synchronization of PowerPoints to things like videos, audio, whatever that might be. And so I added these additional buttons at the top to circle through the PowerPoint presentation. So rather than going page to page, I can keep it all on one page. and I'm using an action that is display page, open in web window, and I just selected the existing web window and chose next page. So this way, if the ratio of my PowerPoint is different from my overall page, I personally kind of like to bring it in a little bit smaller than the Lectora page size so that I have room for my navigation at the bottom, my header and title at the top, whatever that might be. And this way I can actually bring it in. Lectora will actually scale it to fit automatically based on the ratio. And now I'm just using my navigation to go between slides without having to switch pages actually. So this is just a nice trick, I think, to making it even easier on your learners. And what's nice is that you can combine this with things like audio events or video events. So you could actually sync your presentation perhaps with you giving a lesson, you're on your webcam, and sync that with those events with that display page action. So just a nice tip that we recently introduced in Lectora Online, and just want to keep reminding everyone that it's very easy to bring in your PowerPoint presentations. So that is lesson number 2. Okay.
Brilliant.
Lesson number 3 is add a screen recording. So this is a new feature we recently introduced in Lectora Online. If you have Lectora Inspire, certainly you have Camtasia to do this and something that you should take advantage of. Lectora Publisher and Inspire also include tools to record your webcam and record your audio. And now, new to Lectora Online, we just released this on Friday, is the ability to use a built-in screen recorder that can include your webcam, as well as any audio narration. And this also includes a video editor to do things like add overlays, animations, and all of the wonderful effects that you're used to finding in Camtasia, but now built into Lectora Online as well. So if you have Lectora Online, this has just been added in on Friday. You can come back and check it in your existing credentials, log in, and you'll find it. It applies to all of the plans. So as long as you have a Lectora Online account, you now have access to this screen recorder, certainly no additional cost. And I have to tell you, it is one of the easiest to use tools I've used in a long time. I was kind of working on my presentation and I was having so much fun being able to add in everything I needed really quickly and really easily. Let me show you just a little bit how this works so you get a sense again just of how quickly and easily you can take a recording, add it into your existing course, and then create some more engaging training from there. So if you are in Lectora Online, again, back to your tools ribbon, you'll be able to launch the screen recorder. If it's your first time ever launching it, you'll be asked to download a small file. If you haven't, if you've already downloaded it, you'll be able to launch it immediately. Okay. So I have this little timesheet document here. And let's just say for the purposes of today's presentation, we wanted to show someone how best to enter in the information in a timesheet, right? So you can see here I have the option of adding in my webcam as well, one or the other. I can very easily set the region that I want to record. If you're familiar with screen recording capabilities, really it's all here. I can go ahead and click record. I can choose to include my audio, choose to include my mouse, and all of those preferences are here as well. Once I'm done, I'll be able to open up the video in a lightweight video editor. So let me open that up for you as well. So all of the videos that I've selected and saved locally, I can go ahead and select this to open that up and choose to edit them. So now I can see all of my recordings that I've created. Here's the one I built out yesterday, and I can choose to edit it. So now I have very easy access to a video editor. I can choose if I want to show my cursor or show my webcam. I can navigate through. And you can see here, if I maximize, that I've added just a basic text overlay. And so if I open up the tools menu here, you can see I can add shapes, I can add text, I can blur, I can zoom in and out, I can speed up or down. all of the typical video editing capabilities are now included in Lectora Online. We're really excited about this because especially right now, as people are being asked to very quickly take their training that they're used to providing in person and move it online, this is probably one of the fastest ways to do it. So we actually speeded up the release and worked to get this out even faster than we initially planned. We felt like this was an important thing to offer to our community of users, both new and existing. So you can see here I added the overlay here. I'm using a highlight. I even added some background music that I took from the eLearning Brothers stock asset library because that I think added a little bit to my video. I cut a little bit at the end, and then when I was done, all I had to do was select Upload to Lectora Online. This is going to automatically upload it into my existing course that I have open. So you can see here is the resulting video. And if I go full screen, just a quick tutorial. I probably created this in 5 minutes, to be perfectly honest with you. And so certainly if I wanted to, I think that really just indicates how easy it was for me to build it. I recorded it quickly. I added my overlays, my zooms, my music. I cut it, edited it, uploaded it, and it was done. So certainly that wouldn't be typical for any video, but I think that's just an indication of how easy to use and quickly I can create video and bring it into my course. So you now have access to this. You also have access, again, if you have desktop, to Camtasia, as well as the video editors. And then you can add things like video events to trigger specific actions in your video. So we're really excited to bring this to you, and I was really excited to show you what I was able to build. I was pretty proud of myself. All right, so that was number 3, adding a screen recording. Fourth up certainly is the ability to provide an assessment. Lectora has a number of different question types, true, false, multiple choice, multiple response, you name it. What I really like about Lectora is that all of the default choices are filled out in question text so that if you're not exactly sure what that question is going to look like or how you might want to utilize it, you can simply open up the question creator, click OK, and all that default information will be added to your course. And then all you really have to do is maybe change the text and make sure you have the correct answer selected. What I think is probably even faster way of creating tests right now, especially if you want to outsource some of this work to your subject matter expert, is to be able to import a CSV file. So there's a few ways to do this. First of all, if you're in Lectora Desktop or Lectora Online, on the test and survey ribbon, you'll have that ability to import a CSV file. What I really like and find helpful is that if you select the help icon right here, you will be taken to a page that shows you exactly what you need to enter to import that file. And again, you'll see this option here. You can choose to create it as a test, which simply means that those questions will be put into a test chapter. Another point about Lectora is questions don't have to be inside of a test. You can put questions anywhere. You can have multiple tests, like a pre-test and a final test. You can just have knowledge checks throughout your course. So you can bring all your questions in at one time and move them around wherever you'd like, or certainly you can simply just ask survey questions. So you have a lot of optionality here. But in terms of actually creating the CSV file, all of the information that you need to know about how to create that and what that CSV file needs to contain is in our documentation. And further, what I really appreciated is that if you search in our Trivantage community in the knowledge base, if you just search for CSV, you'll be taken to an article that allows you to download a sample file. So this sample file is right here, and it's got all the information you need. Let me open it up for you real quick. Bring it over here. Oh, I probably did that one wrong. There we go. Sample file, that's the right one. All right. So this has got all the instructions in terms of creating it and then the actual sample CSV. So you can see all of the different question types that you can add, whether it's multiple choice, multiple response, even short answer or essay, if it's going to be graded or not, what kind of correct or incorrect feedback you want to add, all of the choice text and options, how you want to display your multiple choice question or multiple response question. It's all in here for you. So I was able to take that sample and create my own quick quiz for my course that I'm creating with a multiple choice questions and even a fill in the blank question. And so then all I have to do from there is go back into my course and I'm going to go ahead and just delete this so I can show you how easily I was able to do it. Click import CSV. I'm going to say create as test, and that's just going to create that test chapter for me. Again, browse for my CSV file. I can choose offset question on page. That just tells me the specific location where the question text shows up. So if I want it to be, at 200, 300, and then I can set the text formatting of my question. So if I've already built out my text styles, I can select something there or choose my font. And I'm done. Now I didn't have to create those from scratch. So those are already added for me. They pull in the background of my course, and on the last test page, I can take that, submit button or cancel button. If I didn't want it to be put into a test, it doesn't have to be. So again, what I really like about this is that it can be done outside of the product. So again, I can share this work among other people, or I can easily reuse it. So once I have my overall template built out for my assessment, I'm able to just simply change out the text and not necessarily remember all of the other information about how to do it. Another thing I want to point out is once that's built out, is I can export it as well. So if you have already a course with a test with all of your questions in it, and you think, well, wouldn't this be nice if this was already in CSV format so I could reuse this, I can just click export CSV. So I can do that at the test level, or I can select a specific question in my course and export that specific question file as well. So we're all about time saving. We're all about reusing the work that you've already spent all of that time building out so you can use it again. So adding an assessment, pretty easy to do. So we started with our template, we imported a PowerPoint, we added a screen recording, imported our assessment, and the last thing you really need to do is publish. So that's step number 5.
Love it.
If you are just creating a presentation and it's not necessarily required that you need to track who accessed it, it's all about just creating as much access for anybody as possible, and you don't need to track a score, for example, if there's no assessment, then you can just publish to HTML, and you just need a web hosting environment to host your published HTML files on. If, however, you do have a graded assessment, or you want the course to be graded and want to track completion and score, then you're going to want to be able to publish that out to SCORM. If your organization already has an LMS, then that's great. If not, there are plenty of options out there, especially right now. Right now, I'm seeing, again, as I mentioned at the beginning, a lot of organizations offering access in ways that are completely unprecedented in light of these unprecedented situation that we're all in. So some free options that are already out there, SCORM Cloud and Moodle Cloud are two great sites for being able to launch and share and track your training. And certainly Trivanta's has a wonderful learning management system as well for building out all of your compliance training, any kind of training that you need. So this is just another option for you. So if you haven't checked that out, and then if you already have an LMS, no problem, just publish to SCORM or AICC or XAPI or CMI5. We really support every option out there for you to upload your content into your own learning management system. So just to review your template, you've got templates available to you, PowerPoint content available, the ability to add screen recordings, create assessments of any kind, and then publish out. So 5 steps. Hopefully within 30 minutes, you should be able to, really get up and running in Lectora or Lectora Online. But I know the title of the session was 10 things, so I'm going to give you 5 more things.
Yay.
Just in case you're thinking, what else do I have at my disposal? Right now, it's more important than ever that we think of ourselves as a community. And I want to mention all of the, wonderful partners that we have and we have integrations with. ReviewLink is a review tool that comes with your license of Lectora and Lectora Online. So if you need to quickly get feedback, get sign off, or if you want to pilot a course quickly, you have access to ReviewLink from the product. So that's already there. It's free. Go ahead and upload your content to ReviewLink, invite your reviewers, and you're good to go. Second, engage with the Trivantis community. We have an amazing group of users that are experts on using Lectora, and every day I'm amazed by all of the work they put into helping answer questions and troubleshoot and give great ideas. So a shout out to all of you whose names I even see on this presentation for helping to be a wonderful part of our community. It's a wonderful place to go, share ideas, ask questions, get assistance, whatever you might need. If you are trying to think about how to build out branching scenarios, Branch Track is also included in Lectora Inspire and Lectora Online. So you already have access to that. You just simply need to click on the Branch Track button on your Tools ribbon. And then you have access to text to speech. So if you want to be able to add narration quickly, perhaps it's not in your budget right now to outsource that or hire on someone to do all of that audio narration, and you already have everything documented, we do have text to speech tools available in our product. So you can simply paste the text in and choose from a number of different voices and accents that are even localized to those particular languages in the sense of being able to understand those words and pronounce them correctly. And then finally, as I mentioned and showed you before, we have those course starters from eLearning Brothers. So just so much pre-built content in there that looks beautiful and works well. And really all you have to do is just change it around and customize it for you. So now we're up to 10. Before I end my presentation though, I just want to quickly mention that if you are part of an academic institution and you don't yet have a tool to help you create online training, then we are offering Lectora Online team plans for free to any of those that are in need of remote learning technology. So this is up on our blog. We have a press release and we'll soon have a link right from our homepage. But if you do have a need for this or know of an organization that has a need for this, then please feel free. They can reach out to Christy or myself or info@trivantis.com or sales@trivantis.com or anything at trivantis.com, and we'll find a way to help them. So if there's anyone in need of help during this time to get their training online, we're here to help in any way that we can.
Awesome.
So with that, maybe we'll take a few minutes for questions. And
yeah, looks like we've got a bunch.
Great.
Yeah. So I think we covered narration. And then let's see. And okay, so somebody asked about adding text in the call outs. I think that was when you went through.
I think that was the screen recording. Yep, so there's just a tool for text overlay, and that lets you type in your text and format it, format the background. That's all built into the video editor.
Right, right. And polling questions, can you do that with the new video tool?
I don't believe so, but what's nice is that you're very easily able to dynamically pause a video in Lectora and then pull up a question right from the Lectora course itself. What I like about that is those answers will get tracked as part of your SCORM course. So you can pause the video, display a question, hide the question, show feedback, whatever you need to do, all of that's built into Lectora.
Oh, okay. And then obviously for assessments, you can insert a survey. And so I think you kind of went over that. It doesn't have to be a formal type of test. But somebody asked a question here about how to build a proper CSV file for a test.
Yeah, so there's a ton of resources that we have available to teach you how to do that from our documentation, or I would just really, I'll put a paste into this. We even have recorded webinars that will walk you through this in very good detail. And I believe that's even embedded. Usually we embed them right here. So let me put this into the chat.
Wonderful.
And everyone should have access to this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're a couple more questions here. That says, okay, we went over narration. Can you?
Yeah, you can record your audio with the screen recorder, or you can use text to speech. You have a lot of options available for you.
And thank you all for such a nice positive feedback and stuff. I always love seeing the familiar faces and everything come in here. This is awesome. I'm just trying to see if there's any other questions that for the web window feature, that's 508 compliant, right? I think so.
Well, it depends on the content that you're bringing in, certainly, but it's really an iframe at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Okay. Um, okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much. Am I forgetting anything here? Oh, is there a way to export Lectora file to PowerPoint? That's interesting. I never thought about
There's
that.
not. No, it just goes the one way.
Yeah, that's one way. Because yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, somebody's saying layout feature demo. I don't know what that, how many.
Send us an email. Let us know more about what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Sure.
what that means. I actually have, a couple of announcements. So maybe, yeah, I should pull up my file here. All right. Let me see here a second. I just actually wanted to, before I forget, just let you know about a few things here, just to make sure I cover them. First of all, thank you all for joining today. I just wanted to kind of say that again. I really love seeing you guys. All my regulars, hi. Always a pleasure seeing all these fabulous clients on here, and especially during these crazy times, because I think it kind of makes us feel connected, and it's just such a great community of clients that we have. But anyway, just a few updates I wanted to share. Well, first, I just want to brag for a quick bit here. We, for the 5th year in a row, we made the training industry top authoring tools company list. So I say 5 times a charm. And as you know, we really like shiny badges and awards. So that's why I'm hoping that some of you superstars on today will be willing to help me enter a Brandon Hall Group Award with us. Just a couple things about this. To do this, I'm going to do pretty much all the work. You just have to tell me what to say. And only the judges would review the course. So if you have a course and you don't want to share it publicly, that's okay. It's not going to be posted online for everybody to look at. But instead, you get a nice shiny badge from them, which is always pretty lovely. So if you're interested, please contact us at team@trevantis.com, because I would love to partner with you guys and get you the credit you deserve for your award-winning courses. Also, save the date, April 29th, Making VR Practical, Lessons from the Real World. It's going to feature our UK teammates, Miles Corbett and Duncan Brown from Transition Associates. And everything sounds wonderful with a British accent. So I definitely encourage you to attend that. And Sergey, president of Branch Track, will also be presenting a VR topic on May 20th. So stay tuned for that. Hey, do you guys like to write? And do you guys like to present? You could do all that for a free Hawaiian shirt. Nowadays, you know what? I'm going to throw in a roll of toilet paper too. So for all you out there who need some toilet paper rolls, write a blog with us, do a webinar, talk to me. We'll hook you up. Just contact me at all of us actually at team, at trevantis.com. And yeah, our shirts are pretty fabulous actually. And although I will say these days, toilet paper, I don't know, maybe that's the bigger benefit. So I'm just, yeah, so I think we have a couple minutes left. Is there any other questions that we didn't cover? Let's see. Yeah. So just one other question from Lori. Do you know if eLearning Brothers has videos with characters that we can add a transcript to for a training video?
I did see a number of really good stock videos with just a single person presenting, but Lori, let me take a look and I'll see what I can send you.
Yeah, awesome,
Directly.
awesome. And just so you know, so tomorrow, we're going to send out a link to this session today so you can refer back to it. And as a quick note, we're actually just are launching a new resource center of ebooks and webinars. So I'm going to include that in my email link tomorrow because I saw a question from someone asking about whether the webinar will be available on our site. And yes, yes, yes. We may not be able to see it right away on the site because it's, you know, how it goes with websites, navigating and whatnot. So I'm just gonna throw it into the email tomorrow and yeah, you'll have a little link to it. But thanks again for coming, you guys, and I'm going to sign off and yeah, let's stay in touch during these crazy times. All right. Thanks again, guys. Signing off.